Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well. Everyone's had a wonderful, wonderful day, or is about to have a wonderful one wherever you are. Okay, let's just begin with. I've got my candles right in front of me so that I don't forget it. Let's light up our candles first. Okay, for Archangel Raphael. Okay, Archangel Gabriel. Wow, Archangel Raphael is roaring right now. Archangel Michael, welcome. Oh wow, Archangel Raphael is roaring. I mean it. The candle is like roaring right now. Wow. And Archangel Chamuel. Okay, here we go. We've got everyone in attendance. Okay, let's just thank them first. They are so kind-hearted and so generous and so loving towards us. So thank you 1,000 times. Thank you, my angels. Thank you so much for your love, your protection, your guidance, your grace, your mercy, for your presence, and your miracles. I'm truly and eternally grateful and thankful to you. Me and my collective is truly and eternally grateful and thankful to you. Thank you 1,000 times. Thank you. We love you. Alright, collective. I've got like so many downloads. I do not know where to begin. So we'll just begin, right? Okay, let me just give me a moment. Alright, they're all over the place. All over the place. This is what happens. We covered these. We did that also. Covered this too. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so let me just do the one that I see right in front. It's okay though. I'm sharing them as in how I see them in front of me, right? But I did not necessarily receive them in this order, collective. I hope I'm clear there. Okay, so it's a very normal, regular term that you hear here and there. So for once, when I was given this term by the divine, I did not even take it as a download. I did not even I saw it. And it came how my downloads come, but I did not even pay attention to it much. I was thinking that's okay. If I get more confirmations, I'll take it. And then I'm okay, but here. And up till today, I've been getting confirmations on this elevation. Or this is what divine has been trying to point out to me. Elevation, the word is elevation, not elevated, nothing around it. There energy elevated, this elevated, you elevated, elevation in career, elevation in personal life, growth, nothing. Is literally I was just given elevation, literally in this tense also, elevation. Okay, but I do know this for someone, and like I said, just now, I do feel that this is elevation of energy, elevation of your protection, right? Because I think lately, in past week, 10 days, 15 days, you'll see there's a lot of retrograde energy also, like Mercury retrograde energy in place, a lot of older things trying to come and play out again in your life, right? Mercury, I do not really follow planets, astrology as much, quite honestly. That's not my stream of interest. Although it is collected, and I do believe in it. I'm not saying I don't believe in it, collective. I believe in it. I'm sure there are people, but I'm not educated enough in that stream. So, but I do know about few things, and out of that, definitely Mercury retrograde, I'm sure you all must know. We're going through there's a conjunction, right? I do not know what exactly it's called, but it's Mars is in conjunction with, let's put it that way, is in conjunction with Mercury, which is in retrograde right now. So Mercury retrograde, by that, in just general terms, it talks about just like I told you just now, talks about older things coming back, and not where most people will tell you X is coming back or something. Get your head out of your ass, first of all. It's not always that direct, and always not just one thing. When we talk about old things, it could mean your older patterns coming into play. Alright, let's say something you had gotten rid of. something, an older pattern in your life, which could be good and bad both. Okay, remember, let's not be one dimensional here. Okay, like an older pattern in your life, let's say you used to like, I'm giving a very random example here, like you used to, let's say, exercise every day for 15 minutes, let's say you used to do that, but that just vanished out of your system, got routed out of your system for whatever reasons, like busyness in work, or it could be your other interests took over, something else, something like that. Okay, you were traveling, you were taking a break, whatever, take it as it resonates. I'm just giving you tracks. All right, so it could be that one of those older patterns is coming back. All right, so it's like you need to say again, good, bad, both. So if it is a good one that you just lost out on, please catch hold of it and use the Mercury retrograde energy to bring that wonderful energy back into your life. All right, but so just take it as, like, if it's a bad pattern that you were, let's say used to smoke, but you got rid of it, now that smoking energy, that smoking habit of yours, that pattern of yours is returning, just pay heed to this, that none of that, this is retrograde energy. All right, so this older pattern coming into your life can also be just trying to test you, just like a spiral does. Like when we elevate, so one of my very able brothers and sisters, out of my able brothers and sisters, like there's one that is like an absolute fave, and he was the one who pointed out, one of my chosen brothers and sisters, all right, my soul tribe. He literally pointed out once, and how does a spiral work? If you think of it, the spiral works like this. If you just think of the circle, even if you're elevating, it brings you back to that point to see whether you have, it's like a test, that point, it brings you back to that point before it elevates, to see, to check, to test whether you are ready or not for elevation. You're getting my point? So take Mercury retrograde as that test only. So let's say an older pattern, you try to feel like eating a lot of chips, feel like smoking, feel like drinking, right? All of that party pattern, let's say, for instance, coming back, all those afflictions coming back. Maybe you watch too much TV, maybe you sleep too much, maybe again, gooder patterns could be you used to exercise, you used to do yoga, whatever. Those things come. I just remember that pattern is coming back. It's just returning back. So if it is a good one that you lost out, catch on to it. But if it was a bad one, remember, take it as a test. Take it as retrograde energy and release it back. You are asked to release it back. Now this Mercury retrograde is also clashing with Mars. Now Mars brings in a lot of aggressive energy. That's all I know. This is as much as I know. Brings in a lot of aggressive energy, all right? So a lot of, imagine the older patterns, let's say, coming to meet with aggressive energy. It doesn't sound very, again, I stop myself because I do not want to manifest those words into your life or neither in mine. So it just remember this, that this is how an older pattern, a lot of aggressive energy. Let's say if you had like a temper problem or something, or if you weren't able to like bring yourself into temperance energy, all these older patterns will also come in, right? So just take whatever good bits that you lost out on, they got phased out of your life for whatever reason, or you lost the patterns just out of, like I said, busyness in life, or like whatever your reasons may be. No one's here to judge you, guys. This is a safe place. All right, so just remember that Mercury retrograde bit, in conjunction with Mars, and just remember this. Now with this elevation energy, as I was saying, this elevation energy is coming, you're being elevated, this energy around you is being elevated. You are elevating, yes, but I think your protection is elevating because you're getting more attacked now. You're getting a point, the spiritual attacks we talked about, like it's like a lot of jealousy and envy in your energy right now, a lot of evil eye, and I mean a shitload of evil eye. If I were to like flip the cards right now, I'm telling you, tarot will also tell you the same thing. I can read the energy before the cards come in. All right, so it's a lot of envy, immense envy and jealousy. Now jealousy is something when you like see somebody, you think, oh, they have this, I also want to have it. All right, now envy on the other hand is what? They have it, I want to have that, so that I have it and they don't have it. You see the difference? That's the difference between jealousy and envy. And I see a lot of both around you. There's like different kinds of people, collective. You need to be very, very careful with this. You would not believe how many confirmations, how many times I've got messages from Archangel Michael to you name it. Like, especially Archangel Michael coming in and saying there's a lot of envy energy around. So we need to like cleanse our energy. We are not here to like wish anybody bad or anything. We are here to cleanse our energy. That's how we can protect ourselves. And then when we protect ourselves, these energies will go back, ricochet back to the same person it came back from, and hopefully they will learn their lesson when they get it back and they just feel the brunt of it, to put it very mildly here. Alright, so just remember this elevation thing is coming. Your protection is elevating because Divine is saying that you have done well, but remember about these retrograde energy with in conjunction with Mars, which might bring in a lot of older patterns, and take that as, I'm just summing it up, take it as a test for you, for they are checking you whether you're ready for the next level or not. You have been promoted, but that elevation bit, that's the last exit that you have to make from that phase, which you already have. See now, again, the what, Archangel Michael, please protect this reading while I just give out the messages, please. Thank you 1000 times. Thank you, I love you, thank you. All right, so so just remember about this bit. It would not have come 20,000 times had it not been important. So you need to know you have elevated, congratulations, but you need to just keep going on, and there's a final gate that you need to pass. All right, and this is because of this, all this. There's no, God did not want to test you. God is not testing you that way. It's just that gate is coming and you have to just go through it. That's it. Just take it that way, right? Don't stress about it or anything. Okay. And there was some message, I don't know whether I covered this message or not. There was a certain message where it was like, it's talked about, I do not know who were they talking about, but there was this this feeling, this dialogue rather, I don't know if it was like literally this dialogue word to word. Oh my gosh, right, it talked about like, so like it just seemed like a conversation between either a group of people, but this was like one dialogue to the other. So one person speaking to the other saying, if we don't stop her it was used. All right, so talking about a woman here. If we don't stop her now, we won't be able to stop her ever. This was said. The entire line was said. If we don't stop her now, we won't be able to stop her ever. So just remember this. Again, just take this gender bit, her, fluidly. I mean, I would rather just put, if you are a masculine watching right now and if it resonated with you, if you have a bunch of people who are trying to stop your elevation, stop your progress, stop your apparent success and everything, and they can see it, they are like, this is how it is. So again, it's a reconfirmation about that evil eye, about jealous energy, about envious energy. Allow me to stress on envy. The stress is on envy. That was given to me. In fact, like I just told you, I was given this difference, that jealousy is this thing and envy is this. They're two different things altogether. And I do fear, in a way like people don't have any boundaries, bro. So when it comes to taking, they can do anything. I've experienced people just trying to do, they can stoop down to a level unheard of just to take it from someone, because they think like, if I can't have it, this person, why don't I have it, and why does she have it? In my case, she have it, so I'll just take it from her. So then whatever it is just, you know what I'm trying to say. All right, just remember the spleage. All right, just remember your elevation, pass this final gate and be done with these people. That's it. Just keep in mind about the Mercury retrograde thing. All right, so any negative habit that you pick back on, just throw it back. Just don't let it enter your life. In fact, replace it with a good one. Back a punch back, replace it with a good one. And let's say if you were to, I used to drink a lot of coffee first. Like I used to drink like 3, 4, 5 cups a day even. I stopped all that. I just did. One day I decided I will just not. and I haven't yet. There are days I feel like it's a rainy day, you feel like, oh, I should have just one more coffee, you know what I mean? I'm sure you all get it, but I don't. I just haven't broken that rule since I made them. And I think it's been more than a year, like an year and few months. I think I haven't broken that rule. Really, I mean it. Okay, so just this is what if an older pattern tries to come back, you know, pack a punch back. You do that. All right. Okay, this is this, and yes, now okay, I've covered this elevation bed address. Okay, then if you remember in my last to last read, I talked about a download which I said, oh, I don't have confirmation on yet. It was a very interesting one, but I said I don't have a confirmation on it yet. So if as soon as I get even one confirmation, I'll share it with you. If you remember that, right? So when I say these things like confirmation, it's not that I do not know whether it's a confirmed download or not. No, that's not the question. I know it's a confirmed download. The question is whether that particular download is just for me, or I'm supposed to share it with you people. See, I'm on my journey. I'm also my own person, right? So there are guidance, and there are instructions. There are paths that are given to me also, which are like specifically just for me. So there are times I ask for this distinction and just delay the messages because I also need to know whether it's just for me, or it's for you. But apparently I got confirmations, multiple confirmations on that. So I'll tell you about it. It's about, I think, divineness. If you remember, we talked about a few readings back. We talked about, in fact, it's right here in front of me. And out of all these pages, that page is open right now. We talked about hear or hearing. I told you it's a download, and I did not understand why Divine gave me this word hearing, right? And I told you at that time also that it seems more like that Divine is asking you, urging you to hear the God inside you. If you remember, right? It is literally that. So this download is attached to that download that I'm just going to give you now. All right. So hearing is Divine wants you to hear your higher self, which is like equivalent to God. Your higher self is your God particle. Remember that. All right. The God inside you. Let's say the God you identify with. If you identify with Lord Shiva is inside you. Ma Kali, Ma Adi Shaktis, whom you love, she is inside you. Ma Durga you love, she is inside you. Who Jesus you love, inside you. Archangel Michael you love, he is inside you. Whoever you believe. All right. So I'm not talking about one specific God here. I have to say it because a lot of people, like I said, new on the journey, they don't understand so they just take it, oh, it's not about, let's say, Shri Hari, then that means it's not about Shri Hari, then that's not for me. A lot of people take it that way. So then, of course, and I forgot Shri Hari. So if Shri Hari is inside you, you feel Shri Hari is your God, then he is inside you. He is your higher self. Understand? That's your higher self. All right. So Divine is urging you to listen to your higher self. Now this message, this was one part. Now what is the story that Divine has given? This one is very interesting. I was taken back to, and I think most of you were not even born then. This was like a series back when I was a child. You were not born, kids. When I was a child, we had a very, very popular series. All right, this was Vikram-Betaal. All right, Vikram. It was a story about King Vikram and a spirit called Betaal. All right, so there's a background story of how there's a saint that a sage that comes to King Vikram. Now King Vikram is a very benevolent, very noble, very hardworking, good-hearted, kind-hearted, merciful king. All right, he's very righteous. This is a good one. All right, this is a good one. This is a good king. All right, so when he comes, so there's this sage that comes over to him and says that he tries to like bribe him. There's a background story we'll talk about some other day. Maybe if I just do that, then we'll only be able to, or should I just do it? Okay, let me just take you through this like quickly, and then on some other day I'll just cover the story from beginning to the end. All right, so the sage wants King Vikram's help. Now he says that you do one thing, you come and help me. King Vikram says, what do you want? You come to my court every day, but you don't say anything. What do you want? He says, I want your time. He says, how can I help you? Tell me, I'll help you. Rishi, Muni, whoever, whatever, however he addresses him, then I will help you. What do you need from me? What kind of time do you need from me? He says, okay, well, I'm doing a ritual. I'm doing something in the forest at night, and I want you to come over and help me with something. There's a particular task I have for you. I need to come over. So he goes. So at night, King Vikram goes alone, and he's a very brave king. All right. So he doesn't take any any bodyguards or any soldiers or anything. He goes alone. Wow. He goes alone, and he reports to the Rishi, and Rishi says, okay, I have a task for you. How about you go like let's say 2 kilometers from here, and you go straight into this forest, go in, and you'll see a corpse that it's hanging down from the tree, hanging upside down from the tree. You need to get that corpse to me. Now remember, when King Vikram sees this sage is not doing something, is doing something not very high vibrational. Okay, there's a lot of like random stuff flying around, a lot of skeletons, a lot of sindoor kind of stuff, a lot of lemons, and like a lot of things that are used in, let's say, witchcraft, black magic, or that kind of things that we connect with witchcraft or black magic. So it just seems like he's doing something low vibrational. It just seems like it at the glance. King Vikram doesn't like ask him like, what are you doing? What are you going to do with that? And also he asks for a go and get me a dead body kind of like, right? He's literally telling him, go and get me this murda, this dead body that is literally hanging upside down from a tree. So King Vikram, since he had promised, so he goes, okay, you're telling me, okay. He goes and gets that. Now this is now both of them. Now this dead body is not dead. Like he's dead in the 3D, but his consciousness is awake. All right, so that's the Betaal. So Vikram and Betaal, that's the dead body's name. Let's say that spirit's name rather is Betaal. All right, so King Vikram he obviously the Betaal resists and everything, but King Vikram, because he's righteous, he's pure-hearted, he's noble, these things make him high vibrational, make him a pure soul, makes him a chosen one. You're getting my point? So he's a God's child, so he's able to control that spirit, able to control Betaal, and he just grabs him and they just walk back on his way. Now this Betaal also is an ascended soul. He may be stuck in between 3D and 5D, but he's an ascended soul, and you can see the moment you see his wisdom, he starts telling stories to King Vikram that pura rasta hai, what are we both going to do? We have to travel 2 kilometers and you have me on your back, so it's going to be slow, so it's going to take a lot of time. So how about I tell you a story just to kill time? But if you just say even one word, I'll just run away. I'll just give me the license to run away, and you'll have to go back and fetch me again. So he says, I'm telling you a story, so just listen to me quietly, don't make a peep. The moment you make a peep, I will run away. All right, so an entire cycle will start again, that you'll have to go and fetch me again, then I'll come back again, and blah blah blah, and only waste our time. Okay, so that's the trap. But then you see how the kind of stories Betaal tells Vikram, a very they're ascended, high vibrational stories, talks about what is right, what is wrong at the end of it, and gives him a riddle. Every time he tells him a story that, okay, this is what happened, okay, this falana person did this falana dhamkana person did this, what do you think as a king, since you are such a righteous king, tell me what would you do in such a situation? You have to give me the right answer. If you give me the wrong answer, I will kill you. If you give me the right answer, I will go away anyways. That's a trap. All right, so why was I given this story? Because most people don't see it. As kids, we were not obviously evolved enough to see it, but these things made impact. These are like my core memories. Understand, I could, after watching it like 35 years, I could still recollect the same dialogue that he used to say in every episode. All right, and back then there used to be like only 13 episodes or something. Then I used to get like seasons and seasons or something, right? It used to be like an old fashioned 13 episode, 1 episode per week kind of release, that kind of a thing on a set time. So I could remember it. So now Betaal, while telling him a story, talks about righteousness, talks about wisdom, talks about freedom, talks about you're getting the gist, right? So he tests Vikram every time. He tells him a story and asks him, what would you do in a situation like this? All right, and King Vikram knows that if he opens his mouth, Betaal is going to run away, but he still gives him the answer. Why do you think that is? He gives him the answer because he's also learning from Betaal. Every time Betaal tells him a story, Vikram learns something. Getting a point? And then Betaal runs away. Vikram then again goes, fetches him, then again gets him on his back. Betaal says, okay, so much time, let me tell you another story. Then asks him again this question, what would you do, such a righteous king of India? What would you do in a situation? Or something, and then Vikram gives him the right answer. Again, Vikram learns something, Betaal runs away or something. So you see, this is like almost symbolically, it is Vikram learning from his higher self. It is almost Betaal is being a guru. It's a spirit, right? Just like God is. God is in spirit, right? You don't see God like in human form, like in front of you, unless you want to like believe a man or a woman is God. I'll leave that to you. But otherwise, it's spirit, right? Betaal looks like a ghost. It is a ghost. Like technically, he's a ghost, but it's an ascended soul. It's almost like God. So he's getting his lessons from, let's say, divine in a very contracted way. But yes, he's getting his lessons from divine. That's how, just like Lord Krishna was teaching Arjun. I'll circle back to that point. I have a very interesting point to make there. Just like this. So literally, God is urging you to listen to your higher self. Your higher self is that divine. Now, your higher self could literally be Betaal. It doesn't have to let's say my higher self doesn't have to look like me. It won't be like a literal version of me looking just like me with maybe a different hair, a different set of clothes or something. No. My higher self could literally be another being, on another planet, right? So what is a higher self? It's the most evolved self of ours, and we are not just constrained to this 3D level in this universe. We are multi-dimensional beings. All right, so take it as that. So understand. So open your horizon. That if your God is urging you to listen to your higher self, it could be your God inside you, and that learning could come in any form. You have to just listen. That's why they download hearing. That's why they are urging you to hear yourself. Just silence yourself from the outside noise, distraction. Alright, whatever it is. In fact, the movie that I watched, F1, now I hope you all have watched it. And if you haven't, then there are spoilers here. Even in that, Brad Pitt does tell him that the other guy, or the black guy, the younger driver, in their team, it tells him, all of this, the things that you're attached to, this is all noise, and they only distract you. All of this is noise. Literally, just detach yourself, detether yourself from these things, and you'll do much better. This is exactly what he does, right? He listens to that advice. Again, that advice, now take Brad Pitt as that fellow's higher self. Just accept it as that. He accepts that advice. He listens to him, so he hears him, right? Again, all of this advice could come from anywhere. It is your higher self could manifest in this plane as anyone. Do not be thinking that you would I don't always think of me as literally looking like this. My higher self would not just suddenly appear in water or in air, and tell me something or give me something and go away. They do that, that'll be really cool. But having said that, I know that for sure that we are not just, let's say me, I'm not just this what's visible on the camera. I'm multi-dimensional beings. My higher self could manifest as anyone, anything, and give me those directions that I need to ascend, to elevate. Alright, so you need to this Vikram-Betaal was I watched those. I went to YouTube and watched those episodes, 2, 3, and my husband was like, oh my god, what are you watching? If you remember them, he remembered Vikram-Betaal as well. So it has such an impact on our life, and it's beautiful stories, man. If you can get over the fact that they're now saved, and back then that camera work was as this was, and we didn't have any special effects, not that we have them now, but still, it's so much fun and such a giddy nostalgic feeling. I can't even tell you. I do not know whether you'll be able to relate with it or not if you go online, But if but you'll certainly enjoy it. If there's even just this bit of you that is open to learning, to divinity, you will enjoy them. Do that. And in fact, I got another confirmation when I've told you, if I don't, like with Sapphire, that how it happened with Sapphire. When I don't cover a download fully the way Divine wants me to, they keep giving it back to me, saying that it just keeps passed on back to me. They're like, look at it again, use your brains, use your graces. Alright, so I got for this Vikram-Betaal, we also got a card. In one of my cards, Venom also came in. If you remember 2 reads back, I think Venom also came in. Venom, if you see exactly, at that time we didn't cover Venom as Venom. We covered Venom as poison. But if you see Venom as like let's say a Marvel character, right? That alien, monstrous looking, but a beautiful soul. Wasn't he a beautiful soul? Really, he like sacrificed himself for a civilization, for our planet rather. Let me not just say just civilization. For our planet, he sacrificed himself. Like really, a righteous soul used to eat up bad people. Now take it symbolically. Eating up bad people as in he's eating up negativity around you, around Eddie. He was always giving him directions. It's almost like Venom was Eddie's higher self. If you just don't see Eddie as okay looking as like him, Tom, looking so handsome and brash, what's his full name? Tom Hardy, right? Looking his beautiful self. If you just let go of that and just take Eddie as a soul, Venom and Eddie are not too different from each other. If you just see, they are like, and Venom is way more evolved than Eddie. So I see Venom as Eddie's higher self. So you've been asked to just pay heed to maybe your higher self. All in all, in summary, I think God is asking you, your higher self is trying to speak to you. Again, just as God, they could come and manifest as a God, couldn't come and manifest as a teacher, couldn't come and manifest as a friend. You could get a dream, vision, your heart could nudge, something on television could remind you of something, that would remind you of a lesson that you had learned long ago, something like this. Your higher self is trying to talk to you. Alright, you must hear down. Now I know in my heart of heart that this hearing message. Now today I have covered it. Alright. Again, let me see what else we got. How 31 minutes already. Life experience. We already covered this. We covered this. Okay, what else? I had like so many. I have them all over the place. Yeah, I got a lot of them, and then when they come in different ways. So there's not always I'm able to like capture them quickly. Okay, okay, this was one. Let me just do the one that I'm more inclined to. There are 2 very important ones. I'll just share these 2 messages. I have a long list of messages just on this page itself. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just cover the rest next time. Okay, so there's this okay, if you feel, give me a second. Why I'm calibrating? Because I just suddenly got a instruction from the divine to. This is like both are like connected. Okay, so let me just go back to the one that divine wanted me to cover first. So this download is getting your flowers. If you know it, getting your flowers is all. It's adage or metaphor, whichever way you call it, for it's symbolic of you getting credit. Alright, there's something you have done, maybe you did well in your work, in your personal life, or there was something came to light, some truth came to light, you were lied upon earlier, there was a smear campaign, there were lies told upon you, you were misrepresented, your identity was stolen, and all of that shebang. Alright, I just don't want to re-manifest those words here and this on the platform, and this beautiful energy that we are like right now circulating in. All right, so but you get the gist. Yeah? My collector is very smart, you get the gist, right? So all of that, somehow all you have surpassed all those. Like I said, again, elevation. You're out of that phase completely. It's just literally that last door which you just need to slam shut. That's it. Just remember, if something old comes in and you just don't have to, just don't pick up that habit again. Just don't take it. Anything that comes in from the past, you are not supposed to pick that up. It left your life for a reason. Just remember this, okay? So getting your flowers, you've gotten this time. I think now it's whatever you did, whatever you're doing is out in the light, in good light. You're in spotlight, but in good light. Alright, you're getting a point. Like, people understand if it is about people or whatever. Your parents understand whatever you're doing. Your spouse gets it. Something has cleared. I do not know, take it as it resonates in your life. It's about getting your flowers. You're getting credit. Maybe somebody stole your work at work, or it could be your personal life. Somebody, whatever. Again, I don't want to like collective. I love you very much, and my words are very powerful. I do not want to manifest anything. All right, so you understand it. I trust you that you get it. You're getting your flowers now. So, but how did you come to this point of you getting your flowers? Like, you were like one odd, very chosen ones. We are always one. We fight our battles alone. Of course, God and our armies, but in 3D we look alone. How did you get your flowers? How did that happen? So, like, suddenly, how did we arrive here? How did this outcome come about? How did this happen? Yeah, so Divine gave me this story from, if you remember, now there's a lot of movie things coming up, because I've been watching a lot of movies. Yes, I always do, right? My husband is a movie buff, so we go for a lot of movies, and sometimes God knows that they know how you are interacting with your environment, and that's how the messages come. Everybody gets them differently. Alright, so there was this thing about, if you've seen this movie Real Steel. So when Divine was reminding me, I was like, yeah, Man of Steel. Yeah. Divine was like, no, not Man of Man of Steel. I'm saying Real Steel. I like, yeah, Steel I remember. So like, yeah, Man of Steel. Then I mixed it up with the Superman movie, which was Man of Steel. Am I right? Yeah. So Divine was like, no. It was like Real Steel. Right? So you have Hugh Jackman in it, and I think it's back from 2011, 12, that part, 10, 11, 13, 11, that part, okay, that part of our timeline. Okay, so this is about bots fighting. It is set in the future where the bots fight and blah blah blah. All right, at that time it's set in future that this is what is going to happen. So there is this fighter bot Zeus, like that's like the number one bot or something. This is what is given. I could be wrong because I literally watched it ages back, but this is what Divine showed me. So there's this big bot that nobody's able to beat. I think that's Zeus, obviously rightly named Zeus. Alright, so but then there's no bot able to beat Zeus. Like, they all go down. All the bots go down when they go out in the fighting ring. So if I wasn't able to like elaborate on that, there's this movie set about like bots fighting and blah 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 blah. Like literally like boxing matches happen, no? Like just like that, the bots fight, like free hand fight है उसमें, कोई rules नहीं है उसमें really. The bots fighting each other, whichever bot is stronger, has better control, and there are humans controlling the bots as well. Like, to an extent they control the bots also, like with movements, with punches, with maneuvers and all that. You get the gist. Or watch the movie. It's a wonderful movie, and the score is great. Okay, so in this movie, so this, like I said, the Zeus is like unbeatable. He's just like the best, like I said, rightly named the best, Zeus. Alright, so nobody's able to beat this bot. No one is able to beat this bot, but there's one bot that was a sparring bot. A sparring bot, like, a sparring bot is like a bot that is used for practice. Like, the fighter bots, practice their punches on the sparring bot. That's a sparring bot, like in sparring as in a way, like that bot is just the practice bit, is just like not even treated like a real thing. It's just okay, theek hai, like, you get the gist. Like, we have like these boxes have those those, I don't know what are those punching bags. That exactly, that must be it. Those punching bags is literally that. Sparring bots are like punching bags in boxing terms, punching bags. All right, so there's this sparring bot that changes the game. So because he's a he, let me just call them he because it's a spirit, we're talking about a spirit here, right? He as a sparring bot is the one that has gotten their strength, they have earned their strength by being a sparring bot, that people practicing their punches. They've taken so many punches in their life, these sparring bot, this especially this one, that's become stronger and stronger. Nothing happens to it, you punch, people punch, keep this, blah, 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 because it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger and learned every time that you're getting the gist. So eventually at the end of it, it's this sparring bot that beats Zeus, because Zeus is not able to take this bot down, because this bot has had, let's say, now learn that symbolically, read it as has life experiences, has learned, just like you and I, collectively chosen ones. We've been wronged by the world. Oh God, have we been wronged by the world? Have we been not just, and I'm not talking about just being misunderstood. Oh, that's just an understatement. It's not about a misunderstanding or something. It's like people actually going out of their way and literally doing these criminal activities against us, right? Okay, so this is like you become like, you were almost like a, this what was it, that packing, almost a sparring bot for these people. Let me just, again, I want to be very, very careful with my words here. Almost like a sparring bot in this world. For you, in this story, you are the sparring bot, and Zeus, like, this must be like some over entitled MF who thinks that they can do and get away with anything. They are the son of this, the daughter of this, so they have got this connection, that connection. They think somebody who has less than them, maybe you, needs to, but your life just kind of like threatens them in some way or the other. Your potential threatens them, your pure heart threatens them, your divinity, a divine hand over your head threatens them in some way, that they go ahead and like do such things. Anyways, so it's like this. So we've been wronged by such Zeuses in our lives, right? Not just singular Zeus, there are like multiple Zeuses in our lives, that we have become so strong that now it is ironic that a sparring bot beats the Zeus. It's almost, just watch this movie and you'll see what I'm trying to say. A sparring bot beats the deadliest fighter bot and the biggest and the brawniest. They show Zeus literally looks like super cool, you'll love him, very Japanese in his way. You'll love Zeus also. You love this sparring bot as well, but it's shown that how, when we think certain things are, we just underestimate people's strength, their resilience. This bot shows resilience, has learned discernment, has learned resilience in his life, and this sparring bot is who beats Zeus then. It's a beautiful story, and it's got a lot of human emotions as well. It's quite entertaining. And again, these movies are there for you to learn. If you want to see a lesson, you will see it. If you don't want to see it, you'll see that it's another movie, one of those movies. If you want to see it, you'll be able to see it. Just watch this. And God literally gave me this, and that term sparring bot, I was like, oh my gosh, a sparring bot, yeah, that sparring bot. And then like that real Steel was like, yeah, Man of Steel. And then Divine was like, no, not Man of Steel. You're not talking about Superman here. You're talking about real Steel. Like, yeah, right. So it was quite entertaining. So quite cute. Divine can be really cute with me. So when these things connect, that revelation you have inside, you're like, oh, like so cute. The Divine literally is trying to tell you, my collective, that if you think you are the sparring bot and there are a lot of Zeuses in this world that could harm you, trust me, you just watch this movie and you'll know how to estimate yourself correctly then. Alright? Okay, just watch the movie if you have the time. I think it's now easily available on one of these platforms. You'll be able to find it very easily. Real Steel, and Hugh Jackman is in it, and that Lost lady. I do not know what her name is. A beautiful lady from Lost. I don't know what her name, but very pretty looking girl. Okay, then else. We are at 44 minutes. Divine. And we are in 44 minutes and I have my next download is literally 44. Divine. So it's 44 which Divine wanted me. This kept on coming and I already have told you this, like 44 number, why I did this, whether Divine tells me, like if I do something nice, it's like their word of encouragement, like a pat on my back. It's like 444. In fact, 4444 was on the clock just now. I'm telling you, double pat on my back. So it's like, so if it is coming from me to you, collective, it is for you also. It's like Divine is patting you on the back. It's literally saying, it's literally Divine's way of saying, I love you. Alright, Divine is whoever you believe in again. I believe in all my gods. I believe in ascended masters. I believe in spirit. I know who's talking to me when, and so whoever, just take it as it resonates. So if you believe again, Lord Shiva, then Lord Shiva is telling you this, Mata Parvati is telling you this, Ma Kali is saying, I love you, whoever it is. Lord Sri Hari, Mata Lakshmi, whoever you believe in, is saying, I love you too. And their specific message here is, so there was this particular thing they wanted to say, and okay, I get it. So there was this message attached to this. There's a message to them is like, yeah, you're doing splendidly well, and they are saying they love you. That is the first part of it. Second part, they want you to do something. Alright, they want you to master your thought and clean up everything inside. Just master your thought. And when this came in, so I was like, okay, what else around it? I don't understand. Master your thought, like as in how, what exactly you would like. Of course, we'll manifest, right? Like you see if a thought, if there are too much negativity in a word, I almost don't even say it. You would have seen it by now, right? I steer away from it, maneuver around it, dance around it, and come to a nicer term. Try to come to a nicer term. This is what I thought. So this is probably an instruction for you as well. Just try to like master your thought. Like if you think you have to, like you're sitting in a certain environment and you want to be peaceful, there's nothing in this world that should be able to deter your peace. That's it. Something like that. If you want to be excited, there should be nothing in the world that could deter you from that excitement. That's about it. If you want to, like, you are in that anticipation state, you are like looking forward to something, expecting something great, and you have that positive energy, like running through your system, nothing in the world should be able to take you down from that. You should be able to master your emotions, your thought. And so literally I was reading something and that connected with this. See, I'll tell you what, there are 3 points of mastery in our system, in our body itself, and we're literally talking about a 3D body this time. All right, 3D body and our consciousness related to this 3D body. First is Brahma Granthi, which is literally our creative, procreational tendency, if you know what I'm saying, your Mooladhara, your root chakra. Alright, then it's your Vishnu Granthi, which is attached to your heart chakra, which is your when you like evolve, when you thrive, when you do well, you progress, right? You multiply something. That is your Vishnu Granthi, which is seated in your heart chakra, like I said, in your heart here. Alright, and then is Rudra Granthi, which is situated in your head, in your brain. Why? So Brahma Granthi, which is like literally Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, you know these things. Brahma ji is the creator, Vishnu ji is the preserver, right? And Lord Shiva is the destroyer. So why do you think Rudra Granthi is like situated in your head? Why is it here? Why not here? Think about it. Why not here? Why is it not in your heart? It is in your head because you're expected to be able to use your discernment and destroy things just with your mind. Like take it as that, like literal in very layman language, like destroy things with your mind, with your thought. If you think you can just remove things I'm not saying you will be able to move, like literally bend spoons or something. And that's an analogy, right? By the way, it's like literally look at it as a metaphor where it comes in Matrix when Keanu, like literally Neo rather, bends a spoon, and that shows the Buddha also like bends a spoon, right? Have you seen that? What does it mean? And symbolically, bending spoon means bending reality. So what divine is trying to tell you is that you can literally change your reality, bring things into your system, or push things out of your system, should you choose to like think in a certain way. All right, we manifest things that we think, we believe in, we let in our system, in our minds, in our hearts, but it's mostly our mind that runs it. Our heart cannot like run everything. It is literally, why is this situated over heart? There's a reason why everybody says, right? So Rudra Granthi is right here. Now take it as this Granth, like this mind should be your instrument, your tool to terminate things. I'm not asking you to like, you'll be able to like, you know, have, what is that? Superman has those eyes, right? Laser eyes, and we can, I'm not saying that. That is also a symbolic thing. But anyways, point is like you can literally just bring things into your life by using your Rudra Granthi. Just take out all the negativity using just your mind. You decide a negative thought will not enter my life, and a negative thought will not enter your life. Literally, you can terminate negativity by just your thought, by just your mind. You can master your mind, and they're like, it is, you know, there's a lot of data that is available, a lot of wisdom that is available freely over the internet. If you want to, should you just want to like take a look and see what are the exercises you can do by trying to regulate your thoughts. How do you regulate your thought? Is it that easy? It ain't. If you sit in meditation, there are like 40,000 things that will come and distract you first. I'm lucky that I can do that very naturally, but I see a lot of people, the most accomplished people, that tell you that they can't like just can't regulate their thoughts. I find it's most difficult for them to regulate their thought. I'm not talking about action here, I'm talking about thought here. Action is something else. I'm talking about thought here, and by that creating reality, creating your reality. You're not talking about somebody else's reality. You're literally just talking about ourselves and ourselves as a universe here. So this was like when divine said master your thought and clean up. They're literally asking you to clean up all the negativity in your head, all that past traumas, past experiences, betrayals, whatever, sadness, fear. Oh my god, fear is a big factor. There's there's something that you'll have to just understand, just surrender to God, and you'll know you'll just become. There's a lot of I will talk about fearlessness some other time and how to get there, but I'm just giving you tips that what exactly divine is asking you to clean up. They're saying they love you and they would like you to work in this direction. All right, okay, that, and like I told you at the time, like literally it was 4:4 on the clock, and then 4:44, and then 4:4:4:4. So this is for you, my collective. All right, then we have governing. Yeah, I talked about governing tendencies. This is again what I told you about these things: Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, and Rudra Granthi. These are governing tendencies. Like you need to like be able to like literally puppeteer these tendencies. Like you should only come to you. A thought and emotion should only come to you when you would like it to come to you. Now, in my case, like a lot of times earlier, a lot of people used to like with their chitter chatter, with their certain actions, used to like annoy me a lot. Now I decide if I want to be annoyed or not. Really, I just decide on certain days it's like my decision. It doesn't even annoy me anymore. And if I just want to be like, unless I want to like really take an action or something, then I do it. Otherwise I don't feel that same emotion of being that restlessness or being annoyed, being irritated, being irked at all now. At all. I just learned to be able to govern that tendency. Like I decide what emotion comes to me when. That I have mastered. Now if I want to like sit quietly in my peace, nobody, nothing in this world other than divine himself, herself, themselves can change my mood. It is as simple as that. That is it. So if I could do it, but then I've also practiced this. First I understood that yes, this was affecting me and it should not affect me. Nobody's others' actions or whatever, it's their life, whatever they're doing. If they choose to be whatever they choose to be, it should not be able to affect me. But then that was the bottom line. Whatever they are. I don't have to get there. But for myself, I need to be able to control my environment. And I was able to do that. So I need you to just, dwell on this thought once. comes, and then we'll talk about it some other time. I'm sure, I'm 101% sure on this governing tendencies. Divine is going to give us more downloads, and I'll come back to you, and I'll come back and share those processes with you. All right? Okay, what else we got here? Okay, again, the rest, whatever is 54 minutes. Yeah, it's already it's going to be an hour in just a few minutes. So let me just leave the downloads at this. Can we do tarot? Do we have the time for tarot? No, we don't. Again, 44 on the clock. I'm telling you, Divine loves you. Loves you. Alright, let me just do my cards. Let's do my cards. Okay. Alright. Should we just wait for them to flip the... Oh, okay. There are like so many. There are too many. Too many. There are like this many, guys. I'm going to put them back. Okay. And we will just take a few. We'll take a few. Not just not like 30, 40. But what? Something came up. Let's just take out from here. Okay. I'm going to like let you see what I'm choosing. I'm going to just take these. All of them want to come? Okay, chalo, take it. What do we sacrifice? Okay, I see okay, wait a second. Let me just put these back without. I see sacrifice. In the bundle that we're keeping back now, from the one that we took out cards, is that we have sacrifice on one side and what's on the other side. I love! Oh my gosh, yay! Nice. Archangel Chamal is like, I'm going to keep love. Sacrifice. What about Durga Ma? Sacrifice. Durga Ma. Okay. Okay. Love, sacrifice, which we didn't take. Okay, those cards are there, but it's like the energy around us. And then Durga Ma is right here. Oh, thank you, mother. Thank you. What do we have? Are bhai. These are the, oh wow, these are, okay, I think we picked up the exact, and see, Venom is here. Again, I'm telling you, we picked up the exact bunch that we had in one reading. Exactly, I must have kept those cards back like I say so, and put them inside, and we picked up exactly that, and that time also Durga Ma came in. And I remember telling you that, you know, it could literally be, she could be trying to like, give a lesson to somebody, to trying to talk to them through like a teacher or a coach. This is a feminine energy. Remember that read? Yeah. And see, we talked about Venom today. Venom is here. I just picked up the bunch and right in front of you, and see, Venom is here. This is how Divine, kind of like, validates me. I told you. I just had to say it. They will validate it. They love me so much, and thank you so much. I'm eternally grateful and thankful, Divine. I'm so grateful and thankful. Okay, we welcome Durga Ma. We welcome Venom. I love Venom. I was heartbroken when they just, killed him off. Why? Where are you headed, Venom? He was just also flying off. Don't go, please. Let me just get my paperweights. Okay. So we already know these cards, though. We already know them. Faith, exactly the same bunch. Wow, what are the odds? Yeah, they'll know this entire pile, right? It is yay big. Imagine, just see that. And I picked up exactly that. Wow. Let me see if there's any different card in it. No. Faith, adoption, adoption tha na? No. Adoption, marriage. Remember, Divine did not clarify marriage, 5D and above. Ditto cards, please, lesson. I think we talked about all of this today. Yeah. Actually, we have already picked these up. I'm going to keep Venom and Ma Durga, of course, because Venom being the higher self and Durga Ma being Durga Ma. Our higher self, of course, the feminine energy in our life, driving our life, giving us everything that we have today. We'll just try one more time. It's 58 minutes, so I just don't want to make it more. Okay, I'm going to just let you see. Let us pick together. Let's just take these. Yeah? Okay, then we have reunify. Reunify what? With your higher self. Reunify. Your higher self is trying to talk to you. It is a part of your consciousness, your higher consciousness. Again, just like I told you earlier, it is literally your, you are a multi-dimensional being. Remember that. You're not just whatever your title is. You're not just your name. You're not just someone's wife, someone's daughter, someone's son. You're not just that. You're not just what you do as a profession, in your profession. You're not just that. You're a multi-dimensional being. You're not just that. Don't limit yourself. Reunify. Your higher self is trying to connect with you, trying to talk to you. Reunify, please. That is the divine union. Attempt. I think it's attempting to reunify with you. That's what I think. Literally is attempting to reunify. Is trying to talk to you, and divine literally had to come in and tell you that. Okay, what else we got? Hang on. Diamond. Ooh, diamond. Okay, what about diamond? Divine is calling you a diamond. You were like, why not diamond? Why sapphire? Divine's like, okay, you're a diamond also. Okay, you could be, again, diamond talks about, it's the hardest material on the planet, right? It talks about resilience, talks about you, shining, you coming better and better under pressure. The more negativity tried to pressurize you into, put you in a corner, the brighter you became. You literally became a diamond amongst those, whatever, dinosaur leftovers that they are. What? Am I not a joke? Hang on. Adoption. What with? This is a different card, adoption, and I'm telling you guys, I haven't doubled any. I took care of not doubling cards, but when they come, it came in that earlier pile just now in front of you. Adoption was there, and there's an adoption here. Adoption. What is the deal with adoption? I'm intrigued now. Divine, I would like to know, what about adoption? Who's getting adopted? Adoption. What do we have to adapt to? Or adoption. Flame. What about flame? What, flame as in that, like a crush kind of flame, or literal flame as in candle flame? Divine, please. Siren energy. Ooh, siren energy. Siren energy is that quite sensuous energy. Remove what? Remove. Okay, so remove, clean up. Divine just said the number 44, master your thoughts, right? And clean up. What was that? Hang on. What was the exact sentence given to me? Master your thought and clean up. Remove all that kuda kachra from your head, all those negative thoughts that you keep repeating on loop. Remove it. Root chakra. We talked about root chakra. Literally talked about Brahma Granthi. I told you it's situated at your root chakra. Yeah, root chakra. Okay, and safe. You're safe. Okay, or it's about a safe, where you keep your diamonds. I don't think it's that 3D. Something is safe. Is your root chakra being attacked right now? But you're safe, and this is a blue card. You're safe. Blue is, this energy is very it's related to Archangel Michael. Of course, Archangel Michael's color is literally this, though. He's of this color. But this color is usually, this blue is usually associated with Archangel Michael. Although he's of that color. I can vouch for that. He looks of exactly that color. But generally blue is the one that is given to, assigned to Archangel Michael. I think what came to my mind was Lord Shiva is also, assigned, is also related with this color. Nilkant. I do not know. Safe. So it's basically somebody's keeping you safe. That elevation, I talked about that energy around you, because you're elevating, so you're getting more attacked now, because you are like becoming a bigger threat by the day, by every minute, every passing minute, you become a bigger, better threat for them, right? So I think you're being kept safe. And then I told you that I got these multiple confirmations from Archangel Michael saying that you're, a lot of people are attacking you, so I'm keeping you safe. I'm keeping you safe. So when it comes in so many times, I've already told you, it comes in so, I know it is also for my collective, right? It's not just me, but it's you also, my collective. Should we take few more? हो गया 1 घंटा, तो 1 घंटा 4 मिनट हो गए इनफैक्ट. चलो तो अब हो ही गया अभी, तो let's just take few more cards. I'm just intrigued now. Let's just take okay, there are too many. No, those are too many. Let's just go here. चलो ये unbelievable would be, and have picked up these cards also. What is happening? The retrograde energy of older things coming back. I've picked up the older cards. You remember, you saw now the entire bunch was that older cards, and now again I picked up older cards. We picked up this entire bunch pehle bhi. Remember, I'll tell you. Up here, I remember. Up here. If you remember this, what's yours is yours. Damn. I mean, sorry, Divine, but yeah. Chosen one, I'm telling you, cure or antidote. If you remember my reading, help. I talked about, I talked about someone, this was the reading, cure and antidote, where I talked about a chosen one either going through an attack, and we're like divine telling them, there's like, don't worry, we are sending you supernatural help. Either the chosen one was attacked or someone related to the chosen one was attacked, and divine saying, I'm sending, don't worry, everything is going to be okay, I'm sending supernatural help. That the download was supernatural that day. Appear, what's yours is yours. Help. Hermit mode came in that day also. Hermit, which I told you, I explained to you, hermit code is literally hermit mode, sorry, is literally it's literally the chosen one. It's any card in that entire deck describes the chosen one. It's the hermit mode, the card with that, wherein a person which is surrounded by darkness, who is holding a lantern, not just to themselves but to the world. We're the light to this world. We're the salt of this earth. Alright, original, exactly the same bunch. Original, emergency, you remember? Life lesson. And there were 2 emergencies that came in that day. I remember life lesson. Let's see if that second emergency is here or not. Details, response, temper. Okay, the second emergency, that was separate, so it hasn't come in. But remember, twice today we have taken 3 bunches in all. Twice out of those 3 times, 2 times the older cards came in. The entire bunch of older cards came in. And I told you already, the older things coming in. So it could be, and please just don't, like I said, at the cost of repeating myself, don't associate Mercury retrograde with only X's coming back. I find that very annoying when people just like, don't use their consciousness, evolve. Just open your mind. You're not a horse. You're not wearing. It's like people just wear blinders. You've seen horses wear blinders. They don't wear themselves. You put them on them because they have to run a race and they have to just focus on something. And the blinders basically are like, they're like so, right? They don't allow them to look on the left or on the right. They can only see front, so that means they can only run in one direction. Are you a horse? Huh? Are you? Then take those blinders off. Don't be like, oh, Mercury retrograde है, मेरा कोई X वापस आ जाएगा. ऐसे नहीं होता है. X वापस आ जाएगा. It's like your biggest problem is you, not your ex. Just already exited your life. You have your own problem. So you've got like things, you've got patterns, you've got thoughts. You master that. Divine is telling you 44 again. See, everything connects. Divine is asking you to clean that clutter in your mind. Clean it up. They love you. You're doing a swell job. Allow me to repeat that, sweetie. Oh, my darlings. All of you are doing a swell job. Okay? We all are doing a swell job at whatever we are doing. All of us are fighting our wars and all of us are winning. Okay? All the children of God. All of us. The Karmics are having a bad time, that I can tell you that. They're having a bad time. Like, oh my God, what did we do? Anyways, so devotion, of course we are devoted to our divine, devoted to divine, devoted to light. Okay, all right, so just take that clutter from your brain out. That has been that garbage that has been lying in your head for so long that you have to take out those old thoughts, older patterns, older way of doing things, where you need to take up a look at things differently now and do things differently. वो पुराना नहीं कि अच्छा यही है तो मैं, do you wear those clothes, do you wear the same set of clothes like for ages and ages? No, you change them, right? It's like literally the same thing. They're asking you to change your mindset, throw away the old one, clean it up. That's what is required of you. You're elevating, that new cycle is beginning. Literally, you just have to exit the freaking final door. You're out of it. Let me reiterate that. Don't think that you're still in the same phase. You're not. You exited months ago. But then you see, when we like travel to other countries, there are different things different gates you have to exit, right? So it's literally like that. You're just exiting literally the last one right now, and nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. You cannot be stopped. You're unstoppable, my collective. But just you have to exit, and they might just ask you, would you like to, what is it like? What an identification among things, literally like that. They'll ask you, are you ready? They're like looking at things, like, are you ready? You have to say, yes, I'm ready to elevate. And that's it. That is all that is asked of you. That's it. That's what you have to do. Your answer is also ready. Okay, capiche, my collective? Okay, so that was all 1 hour 10 minutes. Okay, I hope you had the chance. If you have just stuck around for so long, I'm extremely grateful and thankful to you, my collective. I have also learned so much with you. You would not be, I know you love these readings, and thank you so much for your support. Know that I have also learned so much from you. All right, so I'm extremely grateful and thankful that you've stuck around. You've been with me on my journey as well, that we are together on this journey. It's a wonderful feeling, and I will now see you very soon. I hope to see you very soon again. Until then, have a wonderful time. Bye.